You ever wanted to have your own Alpha Legion Marines, your specialists, the guys that not even the Emperor or Horus could manage? Well, fret not, for I have the solution for you. And it is, I would say, quite a cheap and easy solution. So you don't have to go after contrast paints or whatever else GW wants to show at that moment. For this lesson, I will use some good old Space Marines from Space Crusader. Yeah, the board game that's cheaper to buy if it's in German than in English. Don't ask me how, don't ask me why. I don't know. I just had some of them laying around and I decided what's gonna be a good idea. Maybe make them Alpha Legion, since I like the Horus Heresy nowadays. So let's begin. Now, normally all tutorials for these guys, you will see them be like, you just prime them with the Lead Belcher spray or whatever. My solution was to simply prime it with whatever I had on hand and then cover them up in a metallic color. So again, you might have a metallic color. If you have Lead Belcher, you could use that and, well, not spend money on a spray. Next up, what I did was something that now I consider redundant, is wash them in a green color that I've turned into a wash by using a lot of water. For this one, I used, what was it called? Horus green or something like that, the air color. But you can use any type of green. And I would honestly recommend skipping this step because now again, looking back at it, I feel like it was a waste of time to do that. Next, and this is probably the only color you will probably need for this, is Sotek Green. And by using Sotek Green, I have managed to get this interesting color upon them. They're not the usual blue, light blue that you see on some of the Horus Heresy Alpha Legions, Space Marines, but it is sort of like the green they have on their Terminators, especially if you look at them from the Forge World site. Next, again, the details and stuff can only... You get to pick them. I'm gonna be fair with you. I don't really think there's a proper way to do the details. I really don't. I've managed to splatter around on them some dry brushing with a lighter blue to give it a little bit of a feeling of those... what was it again? Those pale blue Alpha Legionnaires. And then, of course, the details. I've made the shoulder trims silver, the same color they were initially given, and of course I did the face and some eyes on them. Make some weapons black because of course that's how you roll. Now I've also tried something by creating a shade sort of like thing with the blue and white to make them, to give them more of that blue tinge to them. But I really think that wasn't really necessary. And I think I ruined some of them while looking back at this project. But here's the funny thing. Making them like this, well, of course, results may differ. Yours might be better than mine. Okay, there's no doubt. Yours will be better than mine. I don't even question that one. While results may differ, doing it this way, it is a cheaper way of doing them. Because at this point, most people might have a red on them to do the eye lenses on the helmeted guys. Well, you might not have, the flesh tone and the Reichland flesh shade or whatever to do the faces. Just put a helmet on them. Or use a brown and then a brownish lighter wash on them for the face. And this is my solution for the Alpha Legion. I honestly did this because I think it's good to have, alternatives in the painting world, where there are also cheap and usable stuff, and when you go and click a video, it's not the guy that says, oh, it's an easy beginner's tutorial, and here's me using the airbrush. I think it kind of ruins from that feel. So yeah, this is the cheap way of making Alpha Legion Space Marines. Of course, results may vary.